Question number 66. Here they said they have a data in Microsoft SQL Server database. Okay. It throws the error timeout expired. It means they have large number of data. While waiting for the data to load, it throws the error. Now we want to resolve this error. We have four options. Which two options we can go to resolve this error? Let's see. First one, reduce number of rows and columns returned by each query. Yes, it will work. Why? Because let's see the example. This is our Power Query. Imagine that your database, you have a query that return 50 rows and 20 columns, but for your visual you need only 5 rows and 5 columns. In this case, this will take more time to load the data. Okay, so reducing the rows and columns written by the query will help you to reduce the data load. Okay, so option 1 is correct. You can um, return the rows and columns which is need for your visual. Okay, and second one, split long running queries into subset of columns and use Power Query to merge the queries. Yes, this will also work. Why? Because instead of dumping everything into one single query, you can split it into two queries and then you can merge the results. This will much more faster. Okay, so second option will be correct. Why 3 and 4 are wrong? Let's see. Option C, Power Query to combine long running queries into one query. No. Why? Because already it's a long running queries. If you again dump it into a one query, it will increase the size actually. But here we want to reduce the data load. So option C will not work. Option D, disabling the query folding on long running queries. Actually, disabling the query folding will act as a everything processing in a locally. Okay, actually if you disable query folding, everything will process in locally. That will increase the time to load the data. Okay, actually we want to reduce the data load time. So question number 67. Here they have given one sample data for us. Okay, now they are asking us to give a solution. Which one is yes, which one is no, which is the correct solution we want to predict. Okay, now they said IoT GUID and IoT ID columns are unique to each row in the query. Okay, from the name itself you can say ID is the unique one. You need to analyze IoT events by hour and day of the year. You can note the keyword hour and day. Okay, they are analyzing by hour and day both. Okay, for the particular year. Now the solution need to improve the dataset performance. Let's see the sample data here in Power Query Editor. This is the GUID, this is the ID column, and this is the date and time column. Now explore the solutions. Okay, what's the requirement? They want to improve the dataset performance. Okay, first solution, you need to split date time column. Okay, they are saying we need to split this column into date as a separate column, time as a separate column. Is this solution meet their goal? No. Why? Because they actually analyzing it by hour and day, both they are analyzing. Okay, so the splitting this into separate will not help to meet the goal. So answer is no. Next solution, they said they are removing GUID and retain IoT ID. Okay, removing this ID will help. Why? Because we need only one unique column to identify the rows. So GUID we can remove because it's long, something not human readable. So we need this column itself, we can remove this. Okay, now it's look like something improved data set, something simplified. So option second one will help. So yes. Next solution, you can change IoT date time column to date data type. No, actually this have time also. If we change this to date data type, it is not correct. So option is no. Next solution, they said they want to create a custom column that need to concatenate GUID and ID column. Then they are deleting these two columns. It means we want to create another column with this two column, merging this two column into a one column. After that we can delete this two column. Okay, only date time and a new column with these two values will be available. In this case, this will increase the size, it will not optimize the model. So answer is no. Okay, deleting these two columns, but we have the data in one column. Okay, it's not a correct approach.
to improve the dataset performance. So this one is no.
Question number 68. Here they said they have a 550 MB of Power BI file. Okay, it has 12 million rows and they are refreshing 2 times a day. Okay, in this case, one single page have 15 app source visual and 10 default visual. Here you can see this is our visualization pane. These are all something default visuals. Okay, from this 10 visuals they have, and app source visuals means something they get external. Okay, other from other apps the visuals are imported here. In that case they have 15 app source visual. Okay, totally 25 visuals are there in single report page. In this case the report will slow to load. Yes, this is a fact. Now we want to recommend a solution. Let's see the options here. Now, change any DAX measure to use iterate function. No, changing the DAX measure will not affect the report loading time. Next option, remove unused column from tables in data model. Yes, because here you can see, for example, this is our sample data. We have 3 columns. In this case, for my report, I use only these 2 columns for the visualization, ID and name. Country I didn't use, I didn't touch it. In that case, we can delete this column so that the size got reduced and the report loading time will get reduced. So option B is correct. Remaining, next one, see why other options are wrong. Replace default visual with app source visual. No, actually default visuals, already it have 10 default visuals. If we replace it with app source visual, it got extra size. Already 15 app source visual, now again 10 app source visual. Totally 25 app source visual will increase the size. Next, increase the number of times that data sheet is refreshed. No, this will actually increase the load time. Okay, already it have 2 refresh time a day. Again, if we increase, it will increase the load time. Enable visible interaction. No, visible interaction means highlight and filter. It will only just affect the visuals we are seeing in the report. Okay, it will not reduce any report loading time. Row level security, that will help us to enable the security. Okay, here no link with loading time. So option B is the only way. If we remove any unused columns from our table, then visible load time will got reduced. So option
Question number 69. Here they said they have two tables, product and sales. It have one to many relationship. Let's see this in table view. This is our sales table. This is our product table. We have 4 products. These two tables have one to many relationships. Okay. Now they said we have a report level filter for products in Power BI report view filters. Here they said report level filters means filters on all pages. Here they have products filter. Okay, report level filter they have. Next one, they want to create a measure that will return percent of total sales for each product. Okay, in this case that measure need to respect the report level filter. We have the report level filter. No, this filter need to be respected by the measure. According to that we need to select the correct values. Okay, let's see the measure given in the question. This is the measure. Okay, here for first question the answer is calculate. Why? Because calculate will help us to give the expression and the filter segment. So calculate is the correct answer for the first one. Next one, all selected. Why all selected is correct? In the question they mentioned that this measure need to respect the report level filter. So all selected is the one which will respect the report level filter. All will ignore the report visual all level filters. So all will not be correct. All select will be correct. Calculate we used here. Filter will not apt here. Filter will have 2 arguments. Here only 1 arguments. Likewise selected value also need a column and alternate value. So this will also not suitable. All selected is the correct one and first one is calculate. Let's see how this works. Now for a visualization I am creating the product and the sales table and product table here. Okay, to have separate table visual. Okay, now we have the measure. Na I create this measure in card. Okay, try to include this measure in a chord. Now you can see you have a report level filter, this one. Now for example, if you are selecting A, okay, in all the pages in this report will show only the product A. Here you can see 4 products is listed, but when we select A in this report level filter, only A is given here. Likewise for the value, here product sales equal to sum of sales. Report level filter is respected, so only sum of A it took, so 200 is the value for product sales. And coming to all sales, here it this value also 200, because all selected product is A, so all that value is 200. 200 by 201, so 1%. Okay, this is how it works. So correct value is
Calculate and all selected. So first value is calculate and second box all selected.
Question number 70. Here we have two tables, product and sales. It have one to many relationship. Let's see here two tables. Okay, for the 70 question, sales table, product table, it have one to many relationships. Okay, now next condition, the auto date time option is enabled. Go to file, options and settings, go to options. Now here current file and data load. Okay, current file, data load, auto date and time is enabled. These are all the condition given here. Now we want to reduce the size of this model. Okay, while we want to maintain the ability to analyze product sales by month and quarter. Okay, coming to here, this is our sales table, this is our product table. Here we want to analyze the sales by month and quarter. Here we don't have any proper date table, so first step we need to create a date table and select mark as date. Then we want to create relationship between newly created date table and the sales table. Okay, so option A and C is correct. Let's try to do that. Okay, modeling, new table. Here we need to create date table. Okay, for example 2021 Jan to December I am trying to create. Okay, once I create this, you can see this is my date table. Here you can see the hierarchy is created. We have year, month, quarter. By quarter and month we can able to analyze the product sales. Now we want to mark this table as a date table. Okay, mark this table as a date table, choose the column date, validate successfully, save. Next one, we need to create a relationship between this date table and the sales table. Okay, we newly created this date table and here is our sales table. Okay, we need to create a relationship between this date table and sales table. Okay, let's try to create a relationship among these two. Okay, date and date. Okay, many to one, single, save. Okay, these are all the steps we need to reduce the size of the model. It means optimizing the model. Why other options are not wrong? A and C is the correct. Why other options are not wrong? Other options are wrong. Disable the auto date and time option. We see na file option we go. If we disable that, it won't reflect any size reduction. Okay, once we mark this as a date table, it will automatically got disabled. And next one, disable load on the date table. This will also doesn't affect any size. Removing the relationship between product and sales. No, we want to analyze the product sales na by month and quarter. So removing the relationship among these two table will not reduce the size. So A and C is the correct one.